and this is what going to bed at 6 a.m. and waking up at 11 looks like. I'm gonna go get a haircut, and then we've got a new VSL to film and send that off to the editor, and then a couple other things to do with the automations to help with no-show rate, script changes, and then yeah.
I'm caught out in the biggest motherfucker of a storm right now. Straight up lightning and thunder everywhere. I'm soaked, but my dumbass wants a haircut, so I'm literally seeking refuge under some random super.
Schedule the appointments that I've got scheduled for today while we're flying. Wait, why don't I just give it an update and tell the camera what we've been doing and where we're going? Tell the story. I do that. Alright, let me just reschedule these. I'll reschedule these in a second. What did we do? We were in an Airbnb and we booked another one for a full month. We went to it yesterday in torrential rain, literally got soaked on the surf, look at that. And we left, we just left. We didn't like the quality of it, it just felt weird, we didn't like it at all. So we ended up booking a hotel last minute, had some nice food, damn good breakfast as well. And then we are now on our way to the airport. We're gonna fly back to the UK for Christmas most likely, and then head off for the new year on a new little adventure. So I've just got the flight booked kind of last minute, so I've got to reschedule. Just don't mind showing the screen. I'll show you the appointments we got today. I'm going to be flying from here all the way down to here. I already have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, well, nearly 9 different appointments, 2 of which are payment follow-up calls as well. You can see I'm double booking myself deliberately, and to be honest, I really recommend you double book yourself as well, because if you think about it, in an hour time slot, you now have double the chances of potentially getting a sale for the same amount of time allocated. And now the average amount you make per hour increases. Really efficient thing to do. If you've got no shows, things like that, just do it. If you call them ahead of the game like 30 minutes before, and one of them says, yeah, I'm down, I'll be there, and the other one doesn't answer, just cancel the other one. Or if both of them say yes, reschedule the other one, just move it back by half an hour or 20 minutes or something. And that's it. So I'm just gonna call these guys, text them, and reschedule these appointments, and then we're just gonna go on and fly, leave the country.
Okay, so what I'm going to discuss today is regression to the mean. So I've got maybe a 2-hour journey, so plenty of time to discuss a lot of different topics. This one is a really big one. So I make these based on the questions that I'm frequently asked, and the most common thing is, I'm doing this, it didn't work. And then I ask people, well, how long did you try it for? How long did you do it for? And they say a week. For example, I got a voice note from someone. They said, Jack, I did SMS outreach last week, and my show rate was bad, or my close rate was bad, or I got this objection a million times. And then you can hear in their voice, through the voice note, that they're really concerned, they're really stressed about it. Here's the thing, the concept of regression to the mean is what makes people fail, right? Not understanding it. What it means is everything must return to equilibrium, to the center point, the average line of growth. So 1 week it will be terrible. The next week it may be average. The week after that it might be amazing. Everyone quits when it gets bad for some reason. So here's my actionable step. Imagine that you had a week where the show rate was poor. Don't go start tweaking things, because the second you start changing things and tweaking things, you don't really know if it's you. It could just be that week, it could be the market, it could be that local area you were targeting might have had a snowstorm, which in this case, it was. So I had something similar a couple of weeks back. My show rate was poor, it dropped 30% within a week. I'm using the same show rate sequence, okay? But I know the concept of the regression to the mean, so I didn't panic. I just made some small changes when needed, tiny changes, once I collected the data. You must make data-driven decisions, because if you do anything other than data-driven decisions, you end up in this emotional loop where, for example, you start and launch an advert, and then within 24 hours, you haven't seen the cost per lead you wanted, so you switch it off. And if you do this for clients, you will churn them, and you will not build a consistent agency. So the point of this is, it's not even for your own success, as in signing clients initially. it's for your client success too. Because if you don't understand that mindset, you can't instill it in them. As an owner, imagine you had 100 different clients, right? There's going to be about half of them that have a mindset block. Either, like I'll tell you the most common ones clients have. One of them is, I don't want it to get too busy. Or one of them is, I'm worried we'll lose the consistency and I'm spending all this money in the ads. You have to coach them through that, and the problem is if you don't have your head straight, how can you get theirs straight? And you'll churn them. They're looking to you not just as someone who delivers marketing or lead generation, as someone who can guide them in business. You're a growth partner in their agency, not just the marketing guy. So the point of this is, understand the regression to the mean, and don't take any like aggressive action based on a small data set. I always say to people, collect 10 days worth of full data before you make any changes at all. And use like ChatGPT or even Gemini or whatever AI you use, Claude AI, and figure out what could it be. Don't just use your brain. Use your brain and AI. Put all the prompts in. Explain to it, hey, my show rate's been low. Tell me about this state. Is there anything in this state or anything outside of my realm of control that could have caused this? Otherwise, you end up making changes into stuff that doesn't work. You end up in the frustration cycle, and then you sit there panicking, wondering why nothing's going well. Because your energy is now dispersed in a million directions. You're solving a problem that doesn't even exist. So remember the concept of regression to the mean, and just be patient. Just be patient. Collect data and always make data-driven decisions even. On top of that, use Google Sheets. Track everything, every piece of data. So that's a very, very common one. If you integrate that alone, you'll already see a positive benefit within the business in the way you make decisions.
I'm not very tech savvy, so it took me a minute to get. It's not working on my laptop, so I'm doing it on my iPad.
Oh, here we go. We've got a different accent as well. No way. Whereabouts are you from?
I'm Irish.
Oh, same here. I'm half Irish.
Yeah.
Hey, that's awesome. Oh, cool. I'm used to hearing the American accent all day, and that's actually quite refreshing.
Are you based in the US or?
No. I'm actually based out of I don't really know where I'm based. I come from the UK, but we're traveling a lot at the minute. But yeah, I'm from the UK, Newcastle, actually, northeast.
Right.
It's only like a 30-minute flight from Dublin, where most of my family is actually from as well. So, yeah, it's a nice part of the UK. But man, I first of all appreciate you just jumping straight on. We'll get it done and dusted, get the information sorted. It's just, it's good. So thanks for that. And to be honest, what I always say to people is, with these calls, I just have a conversation. We'll see if we're going to work well together. I'll show you exactly how our system works, how I can get you jobs, and then we just go from there pretty much, if that's cool with you.
Okay.
Cool, fantastic. I did do a bit of homework on the past beforehand, and I see a few things I like. One is which you already do a few different things: kitchens, basements, decks, siding, which is nice, kind of a variation of all of that. Had a look through the portfolio as well. To be honest, I don't see any problem whatsoever. You're a good fit based on what I can see. I suppose. How are things going right now at the minute? Because guys said kind of last week was a little bit slow with the weather. This week it's starting to pick up a little bit more. But how are things for you?
I'm steady. Like in the summer, I was booked out for a few months, like maybe 3
Now we're
months.
talking.
And then in the winter, I probably get enough work to keep me going to mid-January, February. Like, but,
Good.
As long as I keep 5 or 6 weeks in front of me, I don't really like. That's all I want.
That's what you need, because then you've got the headspace to think about other things. So no, I'm with you 100%. Okay, cool. So for you, it's just going to be us helping you more with consistency than anything. What about growth in that sort of sense? I mean, what are you trying to do with the business?
I would like to. I've only been in the US for the last 6 years.
Cool.
I have just got my green card like 3 or 4 years ago. So I've only started kind of my own business 3 years ago, and I would like to grow a little bit, but I would rather do it slowly and steadily rather than too fast and then go bust.
Yeah, I think there's a pace and a rhythm to do it. Like sometimes I say to the guys, right, I know you're excited, we've had a good month, but let's take it steady. You've got to be tactical with it, not emotional. So 100% with you with that train of thought. All right, perfect. And for me, what would be your preference in jobs? Are you okay with taking anything, or do you have a preference between like kitchens, basements?
I prefer to do. I'm a carpenter by trade, so I prefer to do like decks and additions, like framing and.
Oh, sure.
But
additions, I like that.
Obviously, additions do bring in bathrooms and kitchens because you're usually building on an addition, and then
Sure.
it's a bathroom or a kitchen. It's so I kind of way just at the minute I am advertising on Angie's list,
Oh, sure.
and I concentrate on decks and additions. Like they asked me to sign up for kitchens and
Yeah.
I do kitchens and bathrooms, but it's more by word of mouth.
Sure. Okay.
So
How is Angie's Leads, by the way? Because I hear super mixed reviews. I mean, how's it going?
if it wasn't for Angie's, like I wouldn't be that busy. You know what I mean? It's
Okay.
you take
Okay,
you
that's
take some
interesting.
you like I probably got one job out of every 5.
Oh, that's okay. That's not too bad. I hear horror stories, like guys that spend loads of money and get nothing because you're all
Well,
competing for similar leads. But that's
well,
okay. It's done well for
that's the
you.
thing. I could get 3 jobs in 1 week from Angie and then not get anything for a month.
Yeah.
You know, so it's sometimes I feel like I'm going to fucking stop. Pardon my French. Sometimes I feel as if I'm going to give it up, and then I get a couple of good jobs, and then I'm like, So let's just say, if something better come along, I wouldn't be long jumping ship. But it keeps me busy at the minute. And do you promote through Google? And
I actually do everything, right? So my 3, I call it the Trinity. It's Google, Facebook, and Instagram. They're my favorites. My strategy does slightly different things on each one of those platforms. We bring them all together, and I'll explain it better in detail in a sec, but I've got an AI that's very clever about spending the budget where it needs to be. Because a lot of people will go, I'm going to throw X $100 onto Google, X onto Facebook, and then Facebook underperforms that week instead of Google. And you don't have the money in the right place. You just waste it. And that's what causes the inconsistency a lot of the time. So, I mean, let me just pull up my screen share and we can just jump straight in, man. Because, I mean, you're a good fit. So I don't need to ask any
I'm just
questions.
going to dim my lights a little bit. The lights
No, go for it.
Hold on.
You're good.
You get it?
Let's see. Yep, all came through on my end, and I have scheduled us for Wednesday as well. So we are all set, my friend. The number you've got right now as well, if you just, the one that you got all those automations from, if you just save it as Jack.
Okay.
Good, perfect. And then if you need anything from me in between now and then, just fire a quick text over and I will get right back to you, my friend.
All right, no worries.
Let's do it. Let's get you some work and let's make this a long-term partnership.
All right, thank you. Have a good one.
Yes, sir. See you soon. Bye-bye.
What's up, boys? Finishing up the video here. I am in fact home. It is basically midnight now in the UK time, or 3 a.m. my body clock or local time. It's been a busy 24 hours, very successful 24 hours. I've closed 4 clients myself. Sales team have already done, I don't know how many, but I did 4 sales, well, on the go. Going from Airbnb to Airbnb. We wasted maybe $1,800 on an Airbnb that we are not even staying in. We walked in and left, it was shit. Then we booked a hotel, had loads of food, drove in some nice Maybachs, went to the airport lounge, closed a deal in the airport lounge. We just had a good time, we enjoyed it, and this is part of the reason we do that. I say we, part of the reason I do all of this work. Is so that we can enjoy those nice things. And to be honest with you, I'm absolutely exhausted. Usually that would never leave my mouth because it's a negative affirmation, but at this time I'm about to go to sleep anyway, so it isn't. It's actually a good thing to say when you're about to go to sleep. Now, I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you have questions, you can reach out to me on Instagram, and I'm going to get some shut-eye. I just did 3 appointments back to back and closed 2 of them. One of them did not show. So currently the close rate over the last couple of days has been, let me do some maths. Shit, I don't know, 60 something percent. So it's just great. That's awesome. Anyway, I'm going to go sleep. And yeah, that's it. Bye.